Laszlo, everybody.
I also brought you a straitjacket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we saw that.
From an actual psychiatric catalog, and strangely, they're not cheap. I guess they have to go through all sorts of product testing or something, but...
And this would be a great opportunity to introduce Twitchels to the show. Where did Jimmy go? He's all right?
He's doing a phoner.
For what?
Here, put Twitchels
for
in
his
these
gig or
bloody
something?
scrubs so he looks completely psycho.
All right, we got Twitchels outside the studio. We couldn't get him on the first half of the show because we were very, very busy.
Here he is.
Twitchels, everybody.
Louis Twitchell Santani.
Yes. What's up, Twitchels?
Let's put him over there. Well, not next to him, right?
Know what I found interesting? Maybe I shouldn't say what I want to say.
You know something. Whenever you say that, you should.
I broke the rule. I know. I broke the Opie and Anthony rule. There's a guy that works in this building, and he's a very nice guy, but he's extremely disabled. That's all I'm going to say. That's as far as I'm going to go. He's extremely disabled. And freaking Twitchels, who's a mess, is in the elevator with the guy going. He's like nudging me, like, oh, look.
Jeez, Twitchels.
I never saw anything like it. It was like a little hand.
All right, just keep it
we
there, 'cause
understand.
I think he's a huge fan of the show,
But
too.
Oh, no, I wasn't making fun of the guy.
I'm trying to be, whatever. But the point is that you have a pretty serious disability, but you have no problem looking at someone else that has probably, in your eyes, a worse disability.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was worse. I'm sure people look at me and laugh at me all the time. Not that I was laughing at the guy.
You were kind of laughing.
You were.
You kind of nudged me and gave me a little smile.
It was one of those laughs he tried to hide.
You just wanted to bond a little bit.
I was trying to bond with Opie.
We were bonding a little bit in the elevator, I guess.
That's Tourette for I missed you.
Yeah,
Now,
it's been a while.
What's this? What's Wake?
Oh, boy.
Or Awake?
called Awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, drink plenty of that.
Drink some Awake and almond. Do I see almond joys?
Ooh.
You like these?
We kind of did the chocolate bit already, but we also know that for some odd reason, Twitchels can't get enough of almond joys.
Especially
Loves
mixed
them.
with Awake.
Huh? Awake and almond joys. So, Laszlo got a little info on Twitchels, right? Just before showtime, Laszlo?
Yeah, we hear tell, because Laszlo has a straitjacket. Just gotta get the other camera up. Laszlo has a straitjacket.
With Manhunt 2 on the side.
Yeah, Manhunt 2 on the side.
Especially,
But it's a real straitjacket. That thing came from like a straitjacket store.
right?
That's pretty cool.
That they actually have those is amazing. It's 2007 for fuck's
Yeah, I
sake.
can't believe that. I mean, these things have been around for 300 years.
Forever.
It's like he's crazy. Wrap his
works.
arms around him.
Get the long sleeve
Wrap his
thing.
arms around him.
Yeah, with the long sleeves to tie the knot. Great.
Now, apparently that was brought to Louis Twitchell Santani's attention. And Louis Twitchell Santani
The look
replied,
on his face was
Yeah.
interesting when he saw it.
Yeah, like familiarity.
Right.
And then he said he was indeed familiar with a straitjacket. But he did not want to talk about it on the air.
I don't know what you're
which
talking about.
means
He basically told Laszlo, but keep it between you and I.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Laszlo immediately, knowing it would be good at radio, ran to us and told us.
I don't even think Laszlo waited a second.
I was in a
That's
show
how much
once.
he cares about you.
I was in a show once where I wore one. That's all.
A show.
A show.
Oh, they told you it was a show. They told you it was a show. Is that it?
And everyone from around the land came to see you?
Yeah.
One of those kind of shows?
The show that also included electroshock therapy.
It was wonderful.
And your cellmate flinging feces at you.
Yeah, some show.
No, it was one of those Halloween type shows. They actually had it here at Madison Square Garden. They called it Madison Scare Garden.
Yeah.
It was the same company that did it at the Spectrum
I
in Philly.
get it.
So why wouldn't
There you
you want to talk about that?
Oh, no, I didn't say I didn't want to talk about it.
You told me
He's a
I
compulsive
don't want
liar,
to talk
remember.
about it.
Were you in a mental hospital? Be honest.
Say that again?
Mental hospital?
What about it?
You were in there once.
I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no.
Look, I'll just say I'm a little familiar with these places in my own life here. Not me
Right.
personally, but I'm familiar with these places. So let's have a little conversation. Were you or were you not in a mental hospital?
Yes.
For what?
It was years ago.
OCD?
Years ago.
It's touchy.
Did you go crazy?
Not really.
Nervous breakdown? But if you're having a nervous breakdown, who can tell?
He's calm and he just says like really smart, insightful things.
Right.
We put him in.
Well, you know, I was a lot bigger. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. How much
You were a disgusting fat body.
I was a miserable 300 pounds.
Yeah.
That was my peak.
Yeah, the video on True Life of you as a fat guy was kind of creepy.
And
'Cause
go
we don't
figure,
know you
they're-
that way as being a fat guy.
Right,
Did you
and-
get the stomach stapling?
No, I didn't. I lost all the weight on Atkins, but my mistake was not exercising while I did it. That's why I have all the loose skin and saggy tits.
The exercise doesn't get rid of that, my friend. The skin can only stretch so much before it's not going to come back.
Right.
That's the problem.
Well, they said it's dead, and
The actual skin's dead?
Yeah, they said if it hangs over, in my case, it hangs like at least 2.5, 3 inches over my pelvis area.
Your cock.
Over my cock, and it holds it there. And they said because it's been hanging for more than a year, it won't contract back, no matter how much I work out, go to the gym.
Yeah.
I don't know why that signified working
The
out.
girls are horrified out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got penthouse pets here, too. We got a very busy
They're
show. for
very,
XM.
very attractive ladies.
Beautiful. But anyway, so why the mental hospital?
Well, at that point in time, it's weird. I never talked about this before.
Wow, she looks like a young Anna Nicole Smith before Anna Nicole Smith fucked up her body.
Dude, you get cameras? This is the first
Yeah.
time seeing the new
Oh,
studio.
yeah.
I love it, by the way.
Yeah, this is high-tech shit.
So you were in a mental hospital. Was it a suicide attempt?
I guess you could say that. I think it was more of a cry for attention. I don't think I really had the intentions of doing it. It was the first time. I think I was around 14 years old, and I don't know. This is the first time I'm talking about it. It's kind of weird.
What happened?
Well, you know.
It's kind of, I don't know.
It's good to
Over
get to
East
know the
Side.
Twitchels
Yeah.
Louis Santani person, or Louis Twitchell Santani.
How does a person with Tourette's try to kill themselves?
Well,
He just holds a hot cup of coffee.
dude, did I tell you that happened to me? I was at Wawa getting a cup of coffee, and someone walked by me who recognized me, and as I'm pouring the coffee, yelled, "Jump!" I literally spilled the coffee all over me. It was horrible.
Can we get hot scalding water, please? I want to try some stuff with him.
So what happened? How'd you
new
try to
stuff.
kill yourself?
Well, like I said, I was heavy, really heavy at the time. That had a lot to do with my depression. I mean, having Tourette's is already a downfall, but being a fat kid with Tourette's made it worse. So I had a bunk bed, and I tied a piece of rope around the bunk bed, and kind of. I was a Boy Scout, but not a good Boy Scout, so I wasn't great with the knots. But I didn't make a noose, but I pretty much tied the other end around my neck.
No, you're.
And I'm being serious. That's why I never
Wait a
talk
minute,
about
but
this.
most people are good with knots, so it was a cry for help. If you
I was
really wanted
14.
to
Yeah.
kill yourself, you would have figured out a knot.
I think so. So I get to the top of the bunk bed. I made it short enough. I
Did you lower
bawling my eyes out, sitting on there for at least 15 minutes,
Jeez,
sitting
what
on
a
the top of the
scene.
bunk bed with the rope wrapped around my neck.
The bunk bed was crying too, by the way.
Yeah. Well, at that time I was 14. Oh, but I'm
Cha-cha.
That's lovely. You actually brought hot water.
Yeah, could you just hold that hot water?
Nah. Nah.
Wow, that's scolding too, Danny.
So you're on the top of the bunk
Crying
bed.
your eyes out.
Just
over 300
debating
pounds.
whether to do it. I think I kind of knew in the back of my mind that it wouldn't work even if I tried it. But I just didn't know what to do. I put my legs over the bed, and I feel it to make sure it's taut, the rope, and I jump off the bed. I broke the rope and the railing of the bunk bed as I went down. That's how fat I was.
You were so fat that you fucked up killing yourself.
And my mom came into the room and saw me lying there on the floor. So they heard a thud because my room was upstairs.
Please tell me you were naked on top of it.
And I was in my boxers and a yellow T-shirt. I don't remember that, but there I am lying on the floor in my bedroom with the broken pieces of the bunk bed lying around me, with the rope still around my neck, and the other end's loose now because it broke off the bunk bed. My mom walks in. And we've had these incidents before, never that to that extent, but she's used to me, going ballistic at that time with the serious depression. So she walks in the room, sees me there, sitting there around all the broken pieces of the bunk bed, obviously knowing what I tried to do, and says, "Come downstairs, dinner's ready." And I went downstairs and ate dinner. And it's weird because that's always been like the way my family's been about
Ashamed
things
of
like
you?
that. Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Or just pretend it doesn't exist, right?
Try to hide from it, you know?
Sweep it under the carpet.
Yeah, just make it go away. Sergeant G from Iraq, he's good for a few every day. He writes, sounds like Twitchels is fucking something.
He is the listening audience.
Your ratings.
All right, so how does it go to a mental hospital situation?
Yeah.
Well, a week later, I just kept talking about it, and they took me. At that point, I was seeing doctors at least once a week, and they brought it up at the next doctor's visit. And next thing you know, I'm not leaving the doctor's office going home. I'm leaving with people, going to a place, and that was
Why are my
first time.
things in front of him?
Who are you talking to it about? All your
You can
friends?
spit on them.
Huh?
So what? But you went in there for what?
Oh, because no. So my mom and dad brought up what happened, the bunk bed incident. This is later. They thought it should be brought up.
The bunk bed incident. Oh.
And as soon as the doctor heard that, he said, "No question about it. You need help. You need to go. You need." He said, "You stressed the fact that he needed inpatient, so it wasn't something I could just go and come home."
Yeah.
And how long you were in the mental hospital? Eat another almond joy. Or almond. It'll make you feel better.
Almond joy.
That must have been a little traumatic. Being in the loony bin there
Just a tad.
with Tourette's. People make fun of you in there?
Well, it was
Oh,
weird
why?
because I was like, "Why am I here?" And I'm in there with the place. There's one girl that was there had attempted suicide.
Well, that's
But
what you
she-
were in there
That's
for.
why you were in there.
But she did it with a gun.
Yeah, see, she's no
Shot
pussy.
herself in the head. And the bullet, I guess, was one of those cases where it didn't kill her, and the bullet was still in her. She's talking about this in therapy. Bullet's still in her head. She killed herself, tried to kill herself. I got chocolate on the mic.
Oh, please don't ever use that mic again.
I'm sorry. Okay.
He's spitting out chocolate as he discusses his suicide.
So she tried to shoot herself in the head and still survived, and there I have to tell my story about the bunk bed. And it was weird, you know. But that's the type of people I was in there with.
Did you make up an imaginary friend and keep repeating the same numbers over and over again, and then later on, when you dug up the big metal thing in the ground, it was on that big metal thing?
Something like that.
So how many times have you tried to kill yourself?
It's a very deep Lost reference.
Of course.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah? All right.
How long are you in the mental hospital? These are good. How long are you in the mental
Oh, they're
hospital?
delicious, Jimmy.
I normally don't eat them, but I'm in the chocolate kind
How you
of mood
been,
today.
by the way?
I'm good, thank you.
Good? This is good to hear.
Oh, we just lost. A guy had some info. Some radio station's doing something called the Baby Bird or something. Hopefully that guy can call back. I was just about to
Really?
go home and we lost him. All right, and we also have Penthouse Pets outside
They look
the studio.
very good.
We got the Manhunt guy playing Manhunt from Rockstar. All I see is just blood, man.
Yeah, now he's just bludgeoning someone in the corner.
Are you still in the S&M club?
No, I've moved on from the S&M club.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Where you at now?
I've moved on. The red light district.
Yeah, do you ever kill a hooker in this one?
No.
Is that you running with the weed thing?
Yes.
Why don't they make you run with the weight thing?
There's our man.
Oh, that's how you run? No. He moved his hands real fast like he was running.
Delicious.
All right, well, we're
good.
we got Manhunt playing the whole time in the background. We'll keep going back to you, so just keep playing the game, bro. You get paid to do that, so you might as well just do it, I guess.
All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.